attorney, I'm going to knock out a few of these. We had a bunch of questions here that are pretty good. Let's see. We had one where the family. Here we go. Family succession of property. I want to know if the family bought my brother, who owes $150,000 in back support, child support, I guess, a house with his son, now an adult, or the baby's mother, be able to sue and take the home. Would we be breaking the law knowing he owes back child support by giving him something of value like land, property, or money? Well, no, of course, you're not violating the law. You can do whatever you want with your stuff. You want to give it to your brother? Go ahead. Will they be able to get it? Yeah. See, when you're doing probate, all right, one of the things you have to do is get clearance from the friend of the court just to make sure that there's no child support due, because that inheritance is going to child support, okay? That's the way it works. But what if instead of giving you want your brother to have a place to live, he owes $150,000 in back child support. I don't know what the story is on that. It is not at all unusual for some of these huge child support obligations to build up because fellow loses his job. He doesn't have the money to hire a lawyer to go to court to reduce the child support obligation. And it's like, well, everybody knows I'm not working. I got laid off. Yeah. Friend of the court doesn't know that. You know, the baby mama doesn't know that or care, right? And so, you know, while things are seeming kind of hopeless, it's hard to take effective action. No big surprise there. So you get a huge 150,000, even more of child support. And who the hell wants to hire a deadbeat dad? You know, there may be an explanation for it. There may be a rational explanation. That may be, but that doesn't matter. You've got a legal obligation there. Say goodbye to your tax refunds, say goodbye to inheritances, say goodbye to whatever else you may have coming your way. Now, the family wants to help out. The family says, hey, we just soon not see our brother, right, living on the street. We'd like to get him a house. Well, you can get him a house. But if you give him the house, whoosh, there goes the house. The way it is, okay? So you don't want that. So what you've got to do is you got to line things up. If you gave him the house in trust, look, if you let your brother stay in your bedroom at your house, okay, would that be bad? No. Can you shelter your family member? Sure. Okay. Well, now imagine that you just let him have run of your house. It's your house, but he can live in it. Okay, that's what you're talking about. One way to make sure that happens is to give him the house. But if you do, and he gets sued, there goes the house. What if you just gave him the right to live in the house? What if you put the house in a trust and said, hey, brother, if you pay the taxes, utilities, upkeep, you can't sell the house. You can't mortgage the house. Maybe he's making bad decisions. You don't, that's the thing. Maybe he's a conniving, horrible person. You don't know. He could be, like I say, down on his luck. He gets laid off. He doesn't have the money to adjust his child support. Now he's got 150. Or maybe he's a conniving, sniveling, snidely whipple. You don't know. He could be Dudley Do-Right, bad luck. He could be Snidely Whiplash, who made his own bed. Okay, you don't know. But you don't want him living on the street in either case. And the way to make sure that doesn't happen is you put the house, if you scrape together the money to get a house for him, you put it in trust, you let him live there, you put requirements on him, because you don't want him selling the house, you don't want anyone taking away from him either. Okay, but that's how you do it. All right. So can you do it? Yeah. Is it bad to have your brother not living on the street? I don't think that's bad. And you're not getting in trouble for it. So don't worry about it. I was reading a book recently. It said, all good lawyers know that success in trial does not depend on feelings and perceptions, but on proof. And I'm thinking, does this guy know any lawyers at all? I mean, what are you talking about, proof? Gee. So like, yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be nice if everything was determined on the facts? Not in this lifetime. Certainly not in a jury trial. Anyway, let's see. Oh, this is a good one. This is a real good one. We've got a situation where do I have to share homeowners insurance with siblings? Very brief question. Good question. I've been paying insurance at my deceased parents' home. It caught fire. Am I obligated to share the money with my siblings? All right. Well, the first problem you got here is that house is probably not insured anymore. One of the most common things you see is parents go to the nursing home, right? Or they die, and you leave the homeowner's insurance just as it used to be. Well, homeowner's insurance is like the cheapest insurance you can get. It's very inexpensive because they figure that the people are living at the house. But if the people have died or if they're in a long-term care facility, guess what? They're not living at the house anymore. The insurance won't cover it. That's the reality, okay? And the insurance, so that's number one. Do not be surprised. Do not be surprised if there's no insurance money coming out of this, because a homeowner's insurance is for homeowners. The fact that you continue to pay, they'll refund this is what they do. They send you a check for the premium. Oh, you sent us, $500 for insurance that was not in effect. Here's your $500 back. Thanks for nothing. Thanks for nothing. Okay. But that is the way it works. Now, the money that you get, let's assume that the claim goes through, or it's not really homeowners insurance, it is vacant property insurance, which is extremely expensive, which you probably don't have. But let's say you did. Okay, let's say you did. Well, the money stands in for the house. All right. You didn't put a bet on the house burning down, and these are your winnings. No, the insurance money stands in for the house. You can get the money that you put into the premiums, you can get that back, okay, all right, from the insurance, because you laid it out. You may not even get that back. But other than that, you're just entitled to whatever share you would have gotten from the house. That's the share that you're entitled to, okay? But one of the things you really want to be very, very careful about is when a loved one goes to long-term care, when mom and dad go to long-term care, right, and the house is empty, you have to get vacant house insurance on that. And as I say, it's extremely expensive. Do not believe what the agent, the insurance agent will say, oh, we'll just keep the homeowners on. Okay, the sales agent, the insurance agent cannot bind the insurance company, and the house will not be covered. Why don't you come to one of our life plan workshops? Here's a segue for you. At the life plan workshop, we discuss all this stuff. We get you on the right path. We learn the three things that everybody needs to know in order to plan effectively. Jay Leno should have come to one of these workshops. Wouldn't have the problems he's got now.